Couldn't think of a better person to represent us. All the best of luck to you, Sashali. Now we turn the focus over from the beauty of our South African women to the beauty of nature. Did you know that plants actually breathe? They eat, they drink, just like us humans. Did you know it? But how do they do it? How do they manage to do it? It's just mind-blowing. How does the different parts of the plant work and what functions do they serve? Well, to teach us more about the fascinating world of plants, we have Plantify's head gardener, Andreas Keller, in studio to give us all a quick biology lesson about plants. Get your notepads out. Andreas, my friend from Plantify, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So plants breathe, they eat, and they drink. Take me through that.
Right, so let's start with eating. So all plants with green leaves, whether it's a tiny moss or a giant redwood tree, in California, produce their own food through a process of photosynthesis.
Yes.
So there's a green pigment called chlorophyll in green plants, and that with a combination that really guides the plant through a chemical process using the energy of the sun. The plant takes carbon dioxide, nutrients and water and converts that into glucose, which is the energy or the food that the plant uses to, to fuel itself, to power itself.
Yeah.
Of course, the plant needs various elements to do that. So,
like the anatomy of it. That sounds like you're talking now about the anatomy of a plant. How do these different parts of the plant come together to be able to make the plant to do what it does?
Yeah, so we have roots. So that's really the part of the plant that anchors it to its environment. It could be in a tree, it could be in the ocean, it could be in soil. And this is really where the plant orients itself and then absorbs water and nutrients through the root system into the stems, which are these kind of longish areas. Well, of course, in different plants, it's different.
They may be long or short or medium, depending on the plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the plant has leaves, and this is really where the plant produces the food and also respirates. So this is where the plant breathes, actually through little openings like mouths, similar to humans. They're actually oval. They're called stomata. And that's where the interchange between carbon dioxide and oxygen happens. Of course, plants also have fruits, seeds, and flowers, the reproductive parts of the plant. And that's really a very clever way for nature to ensure that the plant spreads its genes. So insects are attracted to beautiful flowers. Animals like to eat delicious fruits. And in the process, the seeds spread or the pollen spreads. And the plant continues to live for generations.
Well, we all love a good plant. Insects love it, but humans love them too. I mean, we all love to have a good set of plants in our houses. But now that we understand them a little bit better, I hope that then we're able to learn more about how to help them be the best that they can be. How can we do that, though?
So I want to tell you about 2 hacks, or 2 tips. The first one is to keep your leaves of your foliage plants dust-free. So, of course, in nature, rain takes care of that. Rain falls, it keeps the leaves clean, and the plant really needs that to respirate and to absorb a lot of, the energy of the sun. So at home, take a damp cloth and just make sure that the leaves or the foliage is nice and clean.
But not putting any sort of detergents on the cloth because we're not cleaning a table here.
Exactly. Maybe you could have a plant cloth specifically for that purpose so you don't mix it up.
Okay, so now this is very interesting, all of this. You've brought some plants with you. You have to absolutely not go anywhere without telling me what these plants are. This is very interesting because these here look like pearls. What is this plant? I've never seen one like this before.
So the common name of this plant is the string of pearls. It's a proudly South African plant. And what's interesting about it is that these round, balls or pearls are actually the leaves.
Oh, wow.
What's really cool about it is that once it establishes itself and it grows a bit bigger, actually forms this beautiful curtain of pearls. Which is really, it has high curiosity value. It's trending around the world. So that's a really cool plant.
How big does this plant grow? Like, I suppose we're seeing it on the screen right now, behind me there, is that they can go quite long and like braidy, hey?
Exactly.
And so, are they perfect for indoors or outdoors? Where would it be most ideal to keep a plant like this?
So you want to give it bright, indirect sun. Some direct sun is also fine, but you want to be careful not for the sun to scorch the leaves. The key thing with this plant is to not overwater it. So we often advise our clients to underwater it and just monitor it to see when the leaves shrivel up a little bit. That's a great indicator to give the plant water. as
bit more.
Exactly. As opposed to being like in a cycle of like, let me water it every 10 days.
Yes.
Rather check when the leaves shrivel a little bit. That's your cue. Give it water, it'll fill out again and continue growing.
I suppose just like you would for your children, you can monitor and tell when they're hungry, when they're thirsty, you keep checking and monitoring. But you've not brought just the pearl or the string of pearls, you brought other plants as well. What other ones have you brought for us?
Yeah, so this is a really popular houseplant. In fact, it also grows outside. It comes from South America. It's really widely spread. It's called a lacy leaf philodendron, or lacy leaf, or the tree philodendron.
Oh, okay.
So next time you're in the Amazon, make sure you look up and not just down, because you'll see it like growing up in the foliage, like high up in a tree.
Yeah.
And it forms this really thick stem. And what's interesting about it is that, so it's an epiphyte, which means that it grows on another plant, but it's hemi-epiphytic or hemiphytic.
What does that mean?
It means that it has an interesting growing habit. So it can either start on the floor and grow up the tree, or it can start in the tree and grow downwards, supplementing its nutrition with actually roots that then tap into the earth. Yeah.
Totally got a life of their own, it sounds like. Well, you can have the Amazon in your own house. Thank you so much, Mr. Keller from Plantify, for bringing all of this through for us. We have great news for you at home because we're giving away 2 potted plants. We're giving away a string of pearls and tree Philodendron. Now, to enter, visit Expresso's Instagram page, that's @Expresso Show, and comment on the Plantify competition post, telling us what you would love to know about plants. Any questions you have, of course, Andreas is on standby to answer them. We'll answer them on our Facebook and our Instagram. Remember to follow the Plantify Instagram page as well, @Plantify_ to stand a chance to win. Terms and conditions, they do apply, and you can find them on expressoshow.com. Time for some music right now.